If you've seen the title of this video and don't know what game I'm talking about, go play Risk of Rain 2, please, it's amazing. Okay, now that that's out of the way, Risk of Rain 2 is one of the best roguelikes out there. Yes, The Binding of Isaac is fun to play with silly but deadly item combinations. Yes, Dead Cells is gratifying with its high skill ceiling, and yes, Enter the Gungeon is the perfect mix of a bullet hell and a roguelike, but Risk of Rain 2 is single-handedly the game that I could go on and on about, and I did. I wrote an essay to my friends about why they should buy the game. Maybe you're saying it's because I haven't put enough time into these other titles, which, no. I've put hundreds of hours into Gungeon on both PC and PlayStation, and the same with Isaac. Sorry Dead Cells, I'll get around to playing you at some point. And I love these games. They are perfect, but they didn't get me as hooked to them as Risk of Rain 2 did, and there are so many reasons that I can't wait to share with all of you. Although for the people who haven't beat the base game, not including the DLC, please click off now as I'm going to talk about the final boss and the lore about him during this video. So without further ado, let's begin. Risk of Rain 2 is an indie roguelike where you explore the planet Petrichor 5, a mysterious uncharted world. You are sent there to discover what happened to the contact light in the first game. Very simple premise, but unlike the main goal, the gameplay tends to be less than simple, with over 100 items to become insanely strong, each combining with each other for absurd combinations. As most roguelikes tend to have, Risk of Rain 2's items never overwrite each other, and they stack on top of each other instead. For example, a really common item combination involves two of the game's lunar items, Jester of the Drowned and Spinal Tonic. Spinal Tonic is an equipment that, when activated, will buff all your stats for 20 seconds. However, when the 20 seconds runs out, you have a chance to gain a status effect called Tonic Affliction. This status effect has a 20% chance of occurring after Spinal Tonic wears out, and if it happens, your stats get a permanent 5% decrease. Tonic Affliction can only be combated by being under the effects of Spinal Tonic, in which case the affliction gets removed temporarily. Jester of the Drowned reduces equipment cooldowns by 50%. Combining a couple of stacks of Jester of the Drowned with one Spinal Tonic means constant buffs and ignores the debuffs. This is only one combination out of the 161 items, not including the DLC. This is only one combination out of the 161 items, not including DLC. Most items have some sort of combination, and playing around and experimenting with each and every one of them is so much fun, and seeing how the items interact with each survivor is just as enjoyable, which brings me to my next point, the survivors. There are a total of 11 characters in Risk of Rain 2, and that can be up to 13 if you buy the DLC. Each character has a different weapon, different skills, and different playstyles. Some characters might be more aggressive, such as Bandit. Bandit has a shotgun, and one of their abilities is that every back shot deals critical damage to an enemy, incentivizing an aggressive playstyle where getting close with shotgun blast to the back deals the most amount of damage. Alternatively, you have characters with more passive playstyles like the Engineer. The Engineer has turrets that are stationary, allowing them to hang back and deal constant damage. Even if you choose a laid-back character such as the Engineer, you can use their alternate ability to become more aggressive and agile with moving turrets instead of stationary ones. And don't forget about items, they can also be combined with character abilities. Another one is Bustling Fungus and Engineer's turrets. Bustling Fungus creates a small healing circle if you or your minions stay still, allowing for healing whenever you get close to your turrets. So much in this game is chaotic and crazy, but also everything has an interesting story behind it. I briefly mentioned where you are and what you're doing at the start, but that's just scratching the surface. Hidden in books that have a chance from dropping from enemies, or books that are scattered around the map, is a story that when pieced together is actually kinda sad. For the sake of letting you explore by yourself, I won't go too in depth. The final boss of Risk of Rain 2 is Mithrix, found on the moon of Petrichor 5. Mithrix is the creator of the perfected enemy type and the teleporters found all over Petrichor 5. There is so much more about Mithrix, but I won't say too much so you can find out yourself. Before moving on though, I want to show one of my favourite pieces of lore for the item Ceremonial Dagger. The smell of sulphur fills the air. Oh god, they're so close, they have Hitchcock, oh god. Grab the dagger from my backpack, quick. I got it. What the hell? This isn't gonna work, Marianne. What the hell am I supposed to do with this against those? They blew him into pieces, oh god. You have to kill me. Ah! Kill me with it. What? What the hell? Yeah, it's the only way, please. What are you saying? Stop! It's a magic dagger, it will save us. She will save us, but you have to kill me with it. Please don't make me. Oh god. You have to. I've seen how this works, it's the only way. They're coming so close. You have to use it on me. Kill me. I'm so sorry, Marion. I'm so sorry. I don't think. Do it. Do it now. Do it now. Do it now. Do it. Pretty ominous, don't you think? Finally, I'm going to talk about the DLC, which, oh my god, this DLC is perfect in so many ways. I put 72 hours into Risk of Rain 2 before the DLC and bought the DLC on the minute of its release. Me and my friends started playing it instantly and I fell in love with this game all over again. Everything I mentioned above but new, and I was experiencing it firsthand for the second time with so much new content. There are two new survivors, Railgunner and Void Fiend, and within the first week, I unlocked Void Fiend's alternate skin for beating the game on Monsoon as that character. The DLC added 41 new items, 11 new enemies, 2 elite variants, 5 new environments, 4 new interactables, a new game mode, a new random chance event, 3 new bosses, and a whole new ending to the game. Now, in case you don't quite understand how big of an impact this is, within the first week I doubled my playtime from 72 hours to 140 hours. There are so many new things to do, and the items also have synergies with already existing items. Void items got introduced, and the final boss was so fun to go up against, but so much harder. For context as to how hard it was, it took me about a month to actually be able to beat it on Monsoon, and that first pass was with a full lobby of friends. But man, it felt so good, not to mention I clutched the end of the fight. I won't be spoiling anything major about the DLC such as the new bosses or ending, but if you have Risk of Rain 2 and don't own the DLC, please think about buying it. Hopu Games did such an amazing job and I felt like I underpaid for the DLC because of how high quality it is. Not to mention Hopu Games are still making content for Risk of Rain 2, including possibly a Risk of Rain 1 crossover from this teaser. I'm so excited for the new stuff that this game will have in the future, and I hope this video has made you want to pick up Risk of Rain 2 for yourself to play if you haven't already. Thanks so much for watching till the end. If you enjoyed this video, consider liking it or watching my other videos that are on screen right now. If you want more videos like this, you can subscribe to support me in making these videos. Also, feel free to leave a comment giving me suggestions of what games to do next. Your opinion is always appreciated. Thanks for watching, and I hope to see you again soon.